All right. Good afternoon and welcome to What's Happening at ACC. I'm Lee Watts, the Chief Marketing Officer at the Academy of Creative Coaching, and I am here with my sidekick, Jay Hurt, our
Exactly.
COO at the Academy of Creative Coaching. Thank you, Jay, for being here again with us this beautiful Friday, the 13th.
I didn't realize that till you just said it. Now I don't know how I feel about it. But thank you, Lee. I'm happy to be here.
Great, great, great. Well, I love doing these with you because it's just a great way to update our audience, our followers, our viewers, our future coaches on what's happening at the Academy of Creative Coaching. There's always something happening here. And we want to make sure to keep you all informed. If you've ever missed one of our videos, you can always go back and look at it and just get all caught up. So we're going to catch you all up today. And one of the first things we're going to talk about, which is actually something kind of exciting, is our rates. Our rates are changing, huh, Jay?
They are. And let me fix my camera real quick.
Yep.
Let's see. Give me just a moment. Of course, things happen on when you go live, right?
That's okay.
I think it'll straighten out in a minute. There we
Yep.
go. There we go. I'm not blurry anymore. Okay.
No.
So yes, our rates are changing. They are changing June 1st.
Mhm.
And in that rate change, so a couple of things to be aware of. So for those of you who sign up for an intensive, a weekend intensive, where you sign up for the all online class that is starting in July, if you sign up before June 1st, you'll be able to pay the current rate and attend that July through September all online class. Or if you're doing the PCC track July through December, you'll be able to attend at the current rate. Also, if you're signing up for a weekend intensive in June, July, August, you'll be able to attend those at the current rate as well. So, hey, we encourage you to sign up, get in while that rate is still available. You have from now till May 31st. I think May has 31 days in it. Am I right?
Yes, it does. Yep.
I got lucky. So you have all the way to May 31st to sign up at that rate and save some money, right?
Yes.
The good news on the flip side of that, going forward June 1st, is that we're adding something we think is another level of tremendous value with ACC, and that is we are adding peer coaching. So what this will look like is when you complete the Academy of Creative Coaching ACC level credentialing track, you will have 30 hours of peer coaching, 30 hours of coaching, I should say, under your belt toward the ICF requirement, which is 100 hours. So you'll have 30 hours already knocked out. And we're
Yep.
doing that through coaching inside of some peer clusters that we're creating. And this will be a great step in the right direction. So, by the time you finish our program, you'll be a third of the way there. We think you'll be a more efficient, more prepared, well-rounded coach. And this is
Yep.
something we wanted to add to add a lot more value to the academy.
Yes, yes, yes. So locking in our current rate, which I think is a beautiful value that we're offering. You can look on our website and see some of the upcoming intensives and programs coming up. Decide when you want to do it. Lock in our current rate, and I think that's just wonderful. And yes, the peer coaching, such a wonderful value add, and just upgrading and adding more and more to ACC programs. I love it. But while we are talking about financing a little bit, I want to also talk about our actually talking about money, I want to talk about our financing options. We talked about this in a previous video, but I want to just make sure that people really take advantage of this because it's awesome, right?
Absolutely. So we'll continue to just mention that we have financing options, right? So we have a new partnership with a company that supports us from a financing standpoint. And the great thing about this new partnership is that when you apply for financing, you'll get multiple options, right? So you'll get different terms over, you'll have different years for the life of the loan, or you may have multiple options from an interest standpoint. So you can kind of look at, I've seen someone get approved for up to 30 different lending options, right? So they could select the lending option that worked best for them. So you'll have multiple options. You will also be able to get approved not only to get enough to pay for the course with the academy, but you could be approved for up to $50,000 to help launch your coaching business, right? So you can
Yeah.
apply that capital to grow your coaching business, from day one. So we hope that you take advantage of the financing options. We look forward to being able to bring you into the fold as we continue into the rest of 2022. So looking forward to having discussions around that. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot us an email. We'll be glad to talk about it.
Yep. I love that. Love it. Love it. Love it. So another great topic. Let's talk about our um our upcoming cohort for with CFE. Now, CFE has been, for those of you who don't know, it's coaching for everyone. We had a mindfulness cafe with Victor McGuire. He is executive director and president founder of CFE. And they have just a wonderful mission. So we have been collaborating with them. And now we're so super excited that we have been doing, we've completed one cohort already, right?
We
And
have.
I think I've heard that was super successful. And so we're preparing for another one. So I want to just spend a moment here, Jay, and really talk about how this is different from some of our weekend intensives and why it's necessary. I mean, there okay, I won't jump ahead of you. Why it's even necessary for us to do this.
No, that's a great segue, Lee. So first of all, why is coaching for everyone, the scholar program, necessary? So coaching for everyone is a space where we bring BIPOC coaches, right? Coaches of color together to have an opportunity to flourish in the coaching industry. If you're familiar with the coaching industry or you're an insider in the coaching industry, you know that folks of color typically are in the severe minority to have opportunities as coaches, right? Whether it's working inside of a coaching company or coach training organization, or whether it's being a coach, out in the real world. So we want to create opportunities for those folks, and specifically coaching for everyone wants to create opportunities for those folks to learn more about coaching, to become someone that can be a coach or an instructor or a trainer, or start your own coach training company, right? So what makes it different? I was a part of the first cohort, and I was just talking to some of those folks yesterday in one of the masterminds they were having. And I just mentioned to them that some of the experiences that I saw in that first cohort were so different and they were so powerful. To have a room of folks that are, of color, from all nationalities and all different races, right? To have a discussion where it's a safe space and they're able to speak their truth and
Yeah.
talk about some of the things that they've been through, and be able to work through those things together and have a better understanding of what other people are experiencing in the world, and not feel like they're in such a, you know they're by themselves,
Yeah.
or they're, kind of out here dealing with microaggressions on their own, or they're dealing with, some blatant and overt things, challenges on their own, right? But they're able to share and kind of walk this path and walk this journey, and to be able to understand how to help other people in the same situation, and how to grow their business. So it's just, Lee, it's a different experience, right? We love ACC, and ACC is amazing, and it's own experience, the academy. But the CFE experience, for those that are really interested in being a part of that BIPOC coaching experience, we really encourage you to take advantage of it.
Yeah. And I think it's important to remember, well, a couple of things, like coming out of the past couple of years when there has been so much, you know, racial, both support and tension. So there, it's just been on the forefront. and realizing that people have different needs in the workplace now,
Mhm.
different BIPOC employees and workers, and having coaches that can relate to that and understand that and guide them through that. And we know the workplace in and of itself has just shifted, and there different skill sets are needed if we're going to make it a productive place and a place where people can flourish and grow. So I think just having a cohort dedicated to, as you said, having a safe place to talk through those issues and know how to coach people who are in the trenches doing the work and having unique experiences, I think is really powerful.
And I think you made me think of something, Lee, and you're exactly right. The workplace is changing, it's shifting.
Mhm.
So if you're an employer out there, and most employers, I'm going to encourage you, if you don't have coaches, get coaches, learn about coaching, right? It's a powerful tool that you can use in your organization. When you're hiring coaches that have an eye toward the Jedi experience, right? Justice, equity, diversity, inclusion. Have coaches that are sensitive and compassionate toward that, and they're able to help your employees walk through that,
Yes,
those things specifically in your organization. It's a game changer.
yes,
So, people that are going through this course with CFE and ACC are exposed to this. They're able to have these conversations. They're able to, bring some of their own experiences to bear, right? It's coaching is more than about our experiences as coaches, but sometimes it's applicable. So keep those things in mind when you're looking for coaches. And we hope that when you're looking for coaches, you are looking for coaches that have been through CFE and ACC.
that's right. That's right. Also, let's just touch bases real quick. This is probably a good segue as well into talking about how we can come into an organization. And if you have a group of people that I want them to be certified coaches and help us make this a better culture and environment, and help with retention and recruiting, how we can help with that.
Well, you just said it all, Lee. I think you covered it, right? So when we're, if you want to grow your coaches inside of an organization, put them through a coach training program, right? And we'd love to have them be a part of the Academy of Creative Coaching. So we create coach training programs. Sometimes we customize them. We have some that are already laid out, right? But depending on what your needs are, we can customize our program to your needs. And just as Lee said, so if you're talking about recruitment, talking about retention, um, working with people that are working through their day-to-day challenges in their positions, right? Some of the places that we've placed coaches, are that we've had organizational intensives for coaches, are places like HR, right? Because there's a lot of needs that you have in HR where coaching is a fit. um, Social services companies, retail companies, um, colleges and universities. We've had in our program. We've had federal government agencies in our program. So corporations have gone through our program from an organizational standpoint. So whatever the organization is, whether it's a nonprofit or all the way up to the largest organizations in the country, we can help and we can support you, and we can create an intensive just for you and your organization. School systems, I missed that one. That's an important one. School systems is a really strong organization that we've supported in the past. So if you have any questions for that, shoot us an email. We'll be glad to assist with that, and we can set you and your organization up for coaching success.
Yes, definitely. And I am going to put your email or somebody's email address in the comments to make sure
My
that,
email is
okay, and that's Jay, right? I can't remember.
yes.
I'm so used to email.
And while you're doing that, let me add one more thing that I neglected to share in our pre-show. So
Okay.
I'm gonna throw you a curveball.
Okay.
So the curveball is um, we are planning, if everything keeps going the way that things are going, hopefully, we're planning to have a live intensive in September.
Oh,
Um, so a live in-person intensive in September here in Atlanta. We don't have the date scheduled yet, but if you are interested in the live intensive, in the in-person experience, please send me an email, send an email to that address that Lee is sharing. If you sign up before June 1st, you will get in for the current price. So that's something else to be aware of, right? Um, so I've had lots of folks that have reached out to us, myself and my team, and both talked to lots of people that are interested in in-person experiences. Here's your chance.
Yeah.
Come to the A, experience the A, and I guess at that point it'll be almost fall. And maybe go to a Braves game. By then the Hawks might be playing. The Falcons will probably be out of the playoffs. Come check us out. Get to do the whole the whole Atlanta experience, and enjoy the in-person intensive with us.
Yes, that's exciting news. I'm ready to get back together, and there's nothing like seeing aha moments in person when you're coaching and teaching and facilitating. So great energy.
Yes.
That will be awesome.
Oh, and I have a question for you.
Sure.
So I know we have a mindfulness cafe coming up. Can you share a little bit about that?
Yes, we have on I was going to say May 25th. Natasha Ferguson, she will be our next guest on the Mindfulness Cafe. She is a professional, actually a human resources director for Iconics in corporate, but she also has a collective, the Career Clutch. And that is just a community that where she helps people develop clarity and make decisions around their career and their desired professional roles. So she's an expert on job searching and career planning and negotiating and all those things. And she has a following and a group online that helps with that where she helps people with that. So we're excited to have her come on again May 25th, and we're going to talk about all things HR and careers and all of that. So if you have any questions, be sure to submit them and let me know, and we'll be sure to try to address those. So, got that.
Sounds good.
So, I think that may be it for today. We have covered quite a bit. I mean, we always have, again, as I said, so much going on at the Academy of Creative Coaching. And actually, that's not even everything. We just decided that's what we were going to share today. So make sure you show up the next time because we will have more updates. We will probably be finishing or in the midst of finishing up the BIPOC cohort with CFE. So we're going to get some testimonials from that as well, and maybe invite a few of those people to come on and share their experiences and even why it was important for them to be a part of that network. So it's so much coming up, and just continue to stay tuned. Continue to share this video, please like, share, and make sure you follow us in our page, the Academy of Creative Coaching. And if you are not in Purpose Driven Coaches, our private group for people who are in the coaching industry or desiring to be a coach and just need some assistance in that area, be sure to join that group as well. Anything
Absolutely.
else, Jay?
No,
Did
that's
I
it.
cover?
I think we covered it. Thank you, Lee. I
All
appreciate you.
right. Well, thank you all. I see we have few viewers, and thank you for watching today and liking and all of that. And so we, again, hope to talk to you soon. And you guys have an amazing weekend.